Hi, this is David again, and I wanted to extend the concept of how many Mormon missionaries have died because their garments did not protect them. Now, shall we blame the garments, or shall we blame the policies of the Mormon Church that the garments are a protection? Or should we blame the Mormon Church for sending them out there in the first place? Maybe that's what we should blame. Why do we have these 19-year-olds all over the world in foreign countries that don't know the language, the cultures, the traditions, etc., and we're surprised that they're killed? Oh, we're surprised that they're killed. So we'll put out a cult philosophy that their garments will protect them. Garments will not protect them. We don't tell them the truth. We don't tell the world the truth. Let me tell you something. I had a comment last night on one of my. I try to still handle all my comments. They're getting a little bit more arduous, but I'm going to try to at least acknowledge that, yeah, I'm reading your comments, and yeah, I respect them, good and bad, and I don't erase them. The Mormons do. When I go to the Mormon website and I type in, or to the Mormons who have said something rude, crude, or stupid, and I just type in something gentle or kind, whoa, it disappears, just like the gold plates, they're gone. Well, one of the guys wrote to me the other day and said, and of course they all go into, you're fat, you're ugly, you're overweight, you're, uninformed. Well, like I've always said, some of that stuff is true. Yeah, I'm older. I'm 64 years old. They took 50 years, a half a century of my life. Am I angry? No, not anymore. I was pissed. I was totally pissed when I first resigned. But now I go, it's a comedy show. They make it a drama. They're kind of like a drama queen. So this guy writes to me and he says, obviously you have no experience. You've never lit garments on fires. They are fire retardant. See, I can't. This is going to be a serious subject here in a minute, but he's not serious. He's a Mormon. He thinks his garments are fire retardant because when he approached me and said, "Well, they don't. They do protect you if it's spiritual." Well, then I said, "Well, what about physical?" Well, they do too. And so anyway, he wants all the firemen to have standard issue of Mormon garments. And when they go into a raging fire building, he wants to wrap their heads in garments and their arms in garments. This is the comedy. This is the comedy you people produce. You quit. You look at my videos. Why the hell do you look at them? I have people from every continent, all over the world, Texas and California, and oh my God, Romania and Peru and Chile and Brazil. Why are 40% of my hits in the state of Utah? You people are not supposed to be watching me. It's against your policies and procedures. You will get excommunicated or disciplined for looking at my videos. I won't. And when you write me stuff that's God's going to get me and that I'm probably going to have a terrible accident, let me tell you, the only accident that's going to happen to me is the Danites are going to dash through that door and slit my throat and cut my guts out. And if I'm on the video, at least you have proof that what I said was true. So this guy writes to me and says, they are fire retardant. I wore garments for almost 50 years. They're not fire retardant. They are not bulletproof. I've seen people on the videos shooting the garments on the ground with automatic weapons. They tear them all to pieces. And the Mormons go, well, there's no one in them that's righteous. Jeez. There's just no common sense. And there's a constant stream of comedy about the Mormon garments. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something where I'm at, okay? If one of the authorities in the Mormon church came out in an article or in verbally talking to the world and said, there seems to be some misunderstanding about our temple garments, which we continue to believe are sacred. We wear them as a sign that we have taken on certain covenants, and it's to remind us day and night that we have responsibilities to the Lord. Those who say they are a physical protection are incorrect. They're not a physical protection. They're made of cloth. But spiritually, if we're looking at the garments all day long and reminding ourselves of our covenants, they could be a spiritual defense against evil. If your church would come clean, if your church would tell people the truth, if your church and your cult would simply say that, I wouldn't record anymore. I wouldn't record anymore because people then know the truth. They don't know the truth unless there's people like me all over the world going, hey, 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 I wear garments. They're not fireproof. And no fire department has ordered a giant amount of garments from the Mormon church to protect their firemen. And they should be standard issue, and every war and every military person should be required to wear garments, just like a helmet. If garments stop bullets and they stop fires and they stop all kinds of things, so do helmets. Should be standard issue. So, again, I'm at an age and a stage with this Mormon stuff that, I have no ego. I have no agenda in this at all. I do this for my own benefit. 5,000 of you have watched me, which is shocking. I almost fell off my chair thinking 5,000 people would watch this crazy old man say what my experiences have been. I'm just saying it for myself. I'm doing what the Mormons told me to do. I'm making a journal. This is my journal, and it's open to the world. I don't get paid for this. I don't get, oh, wait a minute. You see those little ads that come under my neck there? I get like 1 cent an ad. And an average day, I'll make 3 to 4 cents on the ads. I didn't go looking for the ads. Google came to me, and YouTube came to me and said, hey, can we advertise? I don't care. So, so far I've made $4.33. It's a money, but I owe 43 cents in tithing now, but I'm not going to give it to them all. No, I'm not giving it to them all. So here we are, and we're trying very, very hard to give you information. Not we, just me. There's no one else. You can see my production crew. They're all behind me. All right, now I'm going to try to shift to something that I consider serious. And God, my YouTube messages pick up sometimes 30 an hour. And I'm having a hard time answering all those, but I try to be respectful. I never erase them. So you can look in there and see what the Mormons say about me. I don't care. I wish they'd quit looking at the tube. I wish that the Mormons would stop, and when you look at the devices, of how Mormons find me, most of it is on mobile devices. So the bishop and the stake president can't find out. They looked at one of my videos. Be that as it may. Garments are not a physical protection in any stretch of the imagination. Anything that happens that way is strictly coincidental. And if people want to believe that, how does that hurt me? But what does hurt me is when you tell me they're a physical protection, and then I send 2 kids. I've had 2 kids serve missions. They thought they were protected. They weren't. You lied to me. You hurt my family. You endangered my children. And you know what? When you do that, you're screwing with the wrong guy. You're screwing with the wrong guy. I have 14 kids. I had my 8-year-old this morning woke up with a swollen eye. I had to go to the doctor and get medication, and I go panic when my kids are hurt. I had no idea, sending them out of the country or even in the country, how much in danger they really were. You lied to me. You cheated me. You stole my ideas that they were safe. They weren't safe, just like these tragic 2 young men that got run over in Texas that my comments have gone crazy over, all basically from Mormons. Now, if they're going to go crazy over this one too, and you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to produce evidence. Here's what Mormons do. Mormons will make rash, bold statements. Oh, you're going to hell. I'm an atheist. And they say, you're the smallest minority in the world. Well, I stood up to the inches, and I'm almost 6 feet. And, it must be that there's not very many atheists. Well, take a look at my comments, how I treat people. Then take a look at the Mormons, how they treat people. And then you'll be able to understand Joseph Smith and his 2 14-year-old brides, and Brigham Young and his Mountain Meadows, and the Danites, which one guy wrote in and says, what's a Danite? Jeez, they don't even know their own history. Anyway, I'm going to pursue, because It's important to me that I present facts, not that I'm trying to get anyone out of the Mormon church. I've said this on almost every video. If you're a Mormon and you're not overweight, you're not taking drugs, you're not fighting with your wife, you're not beating your kids up, you're happy, you got a good job, new car, new house, paying your bills, you're not bankrupt, good Lord, stay in that organization. It's doing a good thing for you. I don't care. I didn't like it. After 50 years, I looked at the history, the doctrines, the policies and procedures. I wasn't excommunicated. I did nothing to be excommunicated. I still live basically all the standards of the Mormon church right now, except I don't pay tithing. They're not going to get my money anymore. I paid it this morning on my baby for medication. That's where my money goes now, is for my family. So let me get to the heart of this particular video. And again, we old people, we have so much trouble with all this technology. What I'm going to do, and I don't care if the Mormons like it or not, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you how many garment failures there's really been. Now, this is going to be arduous and this is going to be boring. Yesterday, when I found this, I couldn't even record. I was so upset I couldn't even record because it's such a tragedy. But today, you know what? I'm going to record it because it needs to be recorded. The world needs to know, and the Mormons that look at me, why they look, I have no idea. They need to know. When they send their kids off on those missions, you can jump up and down and Pele, hail me, oh God, hear the words of my mouth. You can do all that crap. But your children are in danger. These people didn't know that. Okay, I'm going to do this as quick as I can because, you know, it's boring, but it's important. Okay, Matthew Turley, hit by a car, April 23rd, 2006. He's dead. Okay, Bradley Isle, auto accident, 2006. He's dead. Jonathan Talmage, 2006, another auto accident. Morgan W. Young, shot and killed. Benjamin Ellsworth in Argentina was killed by a train. Joe Galero Flores hit by a car. Michael Joseph Bent drowning. Nathan Scott Godfrey in Argentina was electrocuted. I don't know. It's even hard for me to read this. Lynn Kelly, auto accident. John Gregory, electrocuted. Archie Adele, murder and robbery, 2002. Luina Samoa, auto accident. Pratt Spencer, auto accident. Thomas Jonathan Reed in Argentina, 2001, hit by a train. Gleason Mark England, auto accident. Sudulso England, auto accident, 2001. Pixton Clark Henry, Ukraine, had a falling accident, was killed on his mission. Driggs Eric Robert in Argentina, another auto accident. Christian Jason Ray, auto accident in 2000. Pullman, Jared Mont Pullman, auto accident, dead on his mission. Roundy Daniel Bryan, auto accident on his mission. Save Bradley Allen, auto accident. Peterson Melissa, auto accident. Barrett Jonathan Phillip on the Ivory Coast, the 24th in 1999. Stabbed and attacked by a drunken man. He died on his mission. It's tragic. What the hell was he doing over there? You know what he was doing? He was serving the cult. The cult sent him into harm's way with phony garments that were going to protect him. And he believed that, and his parents believed that, and he stabbed to death right through the garments. Here's Pymac Joshua Matthew in the Canary Islands. He died in 99, a drowning accident. Okay. Here's one here. Adele Ashery, Santa Monica. He died on a mission. Seth Jari Wright in Springville. He died on his mission. Lee Carl Nelson. He died on his mission. Michael John Jones, 2002. He's dead. Spencer Goodwith Pratt, Montana. He's dead. Jonathan Reed, Argentina. He's dead. Scott Robert Smith. He's dead. Mark Douglas Gleason. Dead. Matthew Tadasarosa in Romania. He's dead. Carl Miller, Vermont. He's dead. James Coleman Garthen. He's dead. Burke Jensen, Texas. He's dead. Nathan James, he's dead in Brazil. Winpeg Shai, 27 years old, died in China on her mission. Thomas Dale Cram, 72, Bangkok, he's dead. Melvin Joseph Merrill, he's dead. Bradley Green, Cedar City, he's dead. Clark Henry Pixton, he's dead. Robert Michael Lawrence, Guatemala, he's dead. Delbert Tolton Goetz, he's dead. Eric Robert Diggs, Argentina, he's dead. Jordan Lee Call, dead. Melissa Patterson, young lady, dead. Snowflake, Arizona, on her mission. Jason Ray Christensen in Iowa, he's dead. Jarrett Mont Pullman, 20, in Iowa, he's dead. Bradley Allen Salvage, 20, he's dead. Daniel Bryan Roundy, 19, he's dead. Hartley Chili Santiago, he's dead. Glen Packer in Farmington, Utah here, he's dead. Richard Keith Black, South Africa, he's dead. Jarrell Michael Pamporis, he's dead. Joshua Matthew Pyrick, he's dead in Spain. Joseph Philip Barrett, he's dead. Rate S. or Colt, 19 years old, from Salt Lake City in 98, he's dead. Charlotte Dora, she's dead. Renee Anderson, 66 years old, dead, 1998. Sean Thomas Richardson, dead. Jose Manuel McIntosh in Russia, he's dead. Bradley Borden, he's dead. Nathan Wallace, 19, Taiwan, he's dead. This is hard to do, but I have lived a life that's hard to do. Kenton Martin, 20, he's dead. Andrew Wayne Patterson, he's dead. Oren A. Vajeras, in Argentina, he's dead. Delvin Rand Boren, he's dead. Keith Madsen, he's dead. Jose Carlos Castallo, he's dead in Chile. M. L. Lee Miller, dead, Bountiful, Utah. Joshua Van Barrett, dead. Jennifer Shaz in Japan, she's died on her mission. Ryan Matthews Arkins, he died from Gunnison, Utah. Max Christensen, dead. Carl H. Wolfenheim from Germany, he's dead. Marion Eleanor Nash Lee, he's dead. Kent Viral Hyde, he's dead. Martha Lorraine Garzilla, Nicaragua, she's dead. Oscar Zappa, 20, Lima, Peru, he's dead on his mission. Gail Stanley Critchfield, he's dead. Manuel Heligo in Peru, he's dead. Christian Andrea Ugarte in Peru, he or she is dead. Ronald Jamin Eastman, dead. Jeffrey Brent Ball, dead. Todd Ray Wilson, dead. Adam Richard Contz, dead. Ronald Brent Jack, dead. Gail H. Sherman, dead. Richard Keith Black, Stephen Chad Fairbanks, Bill Rodley Hardy, dead. Todd Larry Walker, Lee Roberts, Matthew Irwin, dead. Harlan Wallace Clark, dead. Roger Todd Hunt, dead. Con Barfield Fox, dead. Joanne Wilson, dead. Bruce Drummond, dead. Kelvin Bonds, dead. Chad Blaine Williams, dead. Ralph Thaneshow, dead. Adamer Gonzalez, dead, Bolivia. Matthew Aaron Elwood, dead. Unette Harris, dead. Gabriel Christian Neva, dead in Argentina. Jeffrey Brent Ball, dead. Todd Ray Wilson, dead. Linda Jackson, dead. Brian Michael Miller, dead. Roger Todd Hunt, dead. Jared Marvin Prescott, dead. Alan Knight, Matthew Brown, Christopher Phillips, Joseph Israel Bookstabber, dead. Noel Andrew DeWalt, dead. Jonathan Guy Twitchwell, dead. David S. Katz, dead. Phyllis Listen, dead. Boyd Bateman, dead on his mission. Daryl Maddox, dead on his mission. Gary Opgood, dead. Elizabeth L. Webb King, dead. Jane Elizabeth Ruth, dead. Kevin Stewart Cook, dead. Dwayne Acock, dead. Corey Dean Watts, dead. Jan Anderson, 21, from Florida, Tampa, she's dead. Vanetta Elizabeth, she's dead. Mark Walter Brand, Jesse Nephi Duran, dead. Scott Carter, dead. Wallace Barney Tolman, dead. Robert J. Matthews, dead. Wesley Brian Johnson, dead. David Pattern Kimball, dead. Kent McClellan, dead. David William Grow, dead. Leonard Charles Martin, dead. Vilo D. Twitchwell in Austria, dead, from Payson, Utah. Jeffrey Walter Benile, dead on his mission. Mark J. Fisher, Gary Smith Darley, Garth Pierce, dead. Donald R. LeBay, dead. Smith, Argentina, from Long Beach, he's dead. Garcias Argentine South, dead. Gregory Scott McFarland, dead. James Brewer Bannister, dead. Richard Health Hall, dead. Louis Julius Viweg, dead. Philip Terry Steyer, dead. Rebecca Ann Ree, dead. Howard Williams, dead. Alfred Bayer, dead. Quist, Argentine, Buenos Aires, from Pocatello, Idaho, he's dead. Leroy Tripp, in France, dead. Walter Phillips, Ethel Lowry Reed, Samuel Thomas Clark, Thomas H. Bell, John Wolfe Islam, dead. Joseph Hogan, dead. Hiram Roswell Hampson, dead. Louis Albert Warren, dead. Albert Peterson, David M. Murr, H.C. Holly, Isaac Ingenberg, Hiram McGon, Ole Christian Jensen, dead. Godfrey Alder, Joseph Henry Jensen, dead on his mission. William Francis Butt, dead. Neil Christian, dead. Jacob Bushman, Andrew Bachman, Scandinavia. Joseph Ammon Ott, dead. Daniel Stewart Jones, dead. Charles Scott Hall, dead. Ella Andre Moody, dead. John Alexander, dead. Hiram Carter, dead. Ransom Marion Stevens, dead. Walter H. Barton, dead. Fee A. Giacomum from Scandinavia, dead. David Hogan, Cannon, Germany, dead. Alfred Haig, Turkey, dead. Lorenzo W. Roundy, dead. Otto Lippman Chipman, dead. Thomas Butler, dead. Katie Elizabeth Hale, she died on her mission. William Henry Hallaby, dead. John Anderson Quest. Edgar Delsworth Simmons, dead. Andrew K. Anderson, Denmark, dead. John Powell, dead. Washington N. Cook, dead. John A. Richards, dead. Sylvia Daniel Colbert, dead. Edmund Zubelin Taylor, dead. Vincent McKay Perman, dead. Alma Presco Richards, dead. Richard Thornton Booth, Jr., dead. John Bulcart, England, London, he's dead. Brigham Willard Young from New Zealand, he's dead. Jesper Penderson, Denmark, he's dead. Jeremiah Heber Kimball, dead, Salt Lake City. John Henry Gibbs, dead. William S. Berry, Charles E. Robinson, Shadrach Jones, Nathaniel Ashby, William H. Butler, Firmalos Little Young in Mexico, he died on his mission. Niels Wilsham in Denmark died. Golstan Peterson died. Joseph Standing died from Salt Lake City. Joseph E. Hyde died. Edward W. Street, James Lissaby, John Hubbard, Lorenzo W. Roundy, Thomas Hunter, Francis Harmon Jr., Diana Camp, Texas, she's died on her mission. Hayden W. Church, dead. Calvert W. Hawes, dead. Calvert Perry, England, Birmingham, Salt Lake City, dead. Moroni Brigadier, he's dead. Albert Merrill, John McCrae, he's dead. Robert C. Starkey, he's dead. James Ezra Clark, 22 years old, he's dead. Anderson Vasco Call, dead. Brigham William Kimball, dead. Abel Evans, dead. Collins Moore Gilbert, dead. Peter Horrocks, Europe, dead. George Simmons, dead. Jesse Yelton Cherry, dead. Martin Wood, dead. John Molben Kay, dead. Joseph Greenwood, dead. Thomas Atkinson, Hiram Kimball, dead. Joseph Sidney in Great Britain, dead. George Albert Smith, or J.A. Smith, dead. Moscon Indian Nation, Salt Lake City, Utah. Washington N. Cook, dead. Samuel M. Francis Nelson, dead. Parley Parker Pratt, dead. Robert W. Wilcott, dead. George Peden Way, dead. Robert C. Perry, Indian Territory, dead. Orson Spencer, Cherokee Nation, dead on his mission. Jane Amalda Lewis, Sandwich Islands, dead. John Perry, Great Britain, he's dead. Jacob F. Sikas, Andrew L. Lumerex, James F. Bell, Sister James F. Bell, Malta, she died there on her mission. Albert Gregory is dead. Lemon Bronson. William W. Major is dead. Aldous Lafette Buckland, dead. Nova Scotia. Levi Stillman Nicholson, dead. John Hyde, dead. William Snow, dead. Jane Amanda Stevens Lewis, dead. William Burton, dead. James Henry Flanagan. John W. Langley. Elijah Marlin. Mr. Thapulia Saran in England, dead. Alvin Lewis Trippets, dead. Thomas Ward, dead. Peter Mellings, dead. Phillips Joshua R.G., dead. Knowlton F. Hanks, dead. James Berman, Eastern States, he's dead. Lorenzo D. Barnes died on his mission. Alfred Harmon G., Pennsylvania. John Herritt, Joseph B. Blackberry, and good Lord, you know. I've got an entire list here, and I can see you're bored, and so am I. Let me count how many people were seriously injured on their missions, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 30, 40, 50. Nah, it's too long. I'm going to come back so you can see me and how upset I am. I was in the Mormon church 50 years. I didn't know that many people died on a damn mission. I would have never sent my kids. Never sent them. That's why the church doesn't tell. It's sacred. It's secret. Church doesn't tell you how many kids are killed on missions. Otherwise, a normal parent would go, hey, not my kid. But we as parents made our decision based upon magic underwear. And they'll be safe. They're serving the Lord. Bullshit. Bullshit. All of those parents that I just read that their children died, my condolences go out to. I am so sorry. I'm sorry I was even ever part of that cult. And I'm sure, like you, there's probably no one to blame other than the leadership of the cult. We didn't know. When we sent those kids out, we didn't know. I'm sorry that all those young people who had their whole lives ahead of them believed so heavily in the cult and so heavily in pleasing their parents and their church that they were willing to go out and they got killed needlessly. So when you people write me, call me fat, bald, ignorant, stupid, uneducated, don't do my research, that's okay. That doesn't bother me at all. I know who I am and what I am, and I know that I'm free from your cult. I am out. I resigned from your cult. I was not excommunicated. I've done nothing to be excommunicated. My eyes have been open, and I would never, ever send a child on a mission for the Mormon Church. It's too damn dangerous. Too many deaths. Too many serious injuries. I could do an entire video on all of the foreign missionaries that come back with diseases, fungi, and serious health problems that served in third world countries. The list is bigger than this list. If you're an LDS person and you want to subject your child to those possibilities, do it. I don't care. I'm not their father. But I am the father of these last 2 little girls in this family, and they're being raised atheists. They're both A students. They both have many friends. One has won dance contests, one plays classical piano. They're fabulous people, and they're always helping other people. They live Christian doctrine. I don't want them poisoned by that Mormon cult doctrine. It's not Christian. It's not Christian. It's the worship of Joseph Smith and modern day prophets. And when we sing, and I'm going to do an entire video on this, follow the prophet, follow the prophet. Hey, that's the first time I ever sang on international TV. When you do that to a 2 or 3 or 4-year-old in primary, and you have them sing, follow the prophet, and I hope they call me on a mission, and praise to the man, how can the Mormon Church defend that most believe they're a cult and they're not really a Christian religion? How many other people would let their young people go out like that little food, little training, little support, and be killed. Stabbings, drownings. You know, you weren't there to protect your child. I am. When my little one woke up this morning with that swollen eye, I immediately got on the internet. I immediately got a hold of that. I immediately went to Walmart and got the medication for that. And I immediately put it in her because she's here and she's under my control. I would not send her to Guatemala and will have her wake up like that and go, oh, put your garment over your head, honey. Maybe it'll heal your eye. The Mormons are nuts. The people who have been pulled into this organization are basically innocent. They're people who want to do the right thing, who need to be good and helping other people. And when you get right down to it, many Mormons who haven't been there a long time, maybe under 10, 15 years, are really decent, happy, congenial people. The milk before meat. In other words, we're not going to tell you the truth. After you've been there a while, you learn the truth. And believe me, in 50 years, I've learned the truth. I was there. I was active. I had a temple recommend. I worked in the LA temple. I was in elders quorum presidencies. I taught the elders quorum properly all the time. I've been in a stake presidency in Connecticut. So, you can say all the pattern things that your cult has said to you, and that's okay. I'm not trying to get you out of the Mormon church. I'm trying to read to you the dead missionaries. That's all I did. That's all I did. I read to you what you've never seen because your cult will not allow that to be seen because you won't send your kids on missions to become lifetime tithe payers. I'm trying to just be an honest voice of what is the truth. If you have your own truth, love it. Be with it. Go. Pay your money. Go to the mall. I don't care. But I do care about my children's safety. And I do care that I'm there and that I have doctors and that I am an American citizen, that I have all of the advantages of the modern technology. When I was in the Philippines, my doctor told me, David, if you have heart problems in the Philippines, you will die. There's no cardiac services. You send your child into Guatemala or into third world countries that don't have modern conveniences, they're going to come back infected with diseases and fungus and bacteria, dengue fever, malaria. No. I'm a better father than that. And I'm not saying those of you sent your kids on missions were poor parents. But when you know this kind of stuff and you still send them, now I'm saying, in my opinion, you're a poor parent. I would not send my kid into a raging battle and tell them to wrap their head and their arms in garments that the Lord will protect them. You're a liar and you're endangering your child. And there's nothing more precious to any of us that have had children than those kids. And when they're hurt, sick, or injured, you and I go into a mental spasm trying to help that child. And to send them off into a third world country somewhere where no one really is going to love them like you and me and wait for those diseases and those accidents to happen. I don't know if you saw the one crazy kid that decided he wanted, a missionary, wanted to climb into the cage of the lions at the zoo in a third world country. There's nobody that's going to stop him in a third world country. If he was in the United States, the people would have said, are you out of your mind? Get off that fence. Don't go over there with, I want to take a picture. My elder companion is going to take a picture. The damn lion bit his arm off. Garments didn't, his arm maybe was sticking out of his garments? Is that what the Mormons are saying? It wasn't protected? Well, the garment doesn't protect you from stupidity either, but if that child was in the United States and he trying to climb over a fence at a zoo of the lions, somebody would have stopped him. I'm not going to endanger my kids like that. I'm not going to have them poisoned by cult behaviors and thinking. And I'm not going to have them singing, I hope you call me on a mission, and praise to the man, and the other cult training early indoctrination songs. I'm going to do an entire video, I don't know if you've seen it, the testimony glove. They give it to 2- and 3-year-olds and 1-year-olds in the Mormon church, and it has the prophets and the commandments on the finger, and the child can talk to the hand with the parents helping the child talk to the hands. If that ain't Nazi Germany indoctrination, I don't know what is. I'll do a whole video on that, but please, these young people that died needlessly, they didn't die because I'm doing these videos. I had one guy write to me and say, you know, people are dying because you did the video. No, they're not. They were dead long before I did the video. That's impossible now, ain't it? I'm not trying to get anybody out of the Mormon church. If you want to go, I'll tell you, Mormon.org, Mormon.org, Mormon.org. There's their advertisement. Go see the nerds, the fools, and the idiots that are part of that culture. There's some that are decent people. Most of them, have some mental problems, and the ones that write me always have mental problems because they're getting Jesus points. Protect your children. Be careful. You want to send them on a mission, and the parent. Let me end with this, which is the insanity again. The Salt Lake Tribune reported these deaths as tragic. These 2 young missionaries that were killed in Texas. The Desert News, and the reason the Desert News no one looks at anymore. You go to any newspaper rack in Utah, and you'll see the Salt Lake Tribune is gone. The Desert News is fully stacked because no one will buy that paper, and only fanatical Mormons read it. And the Desert News is always a publicity PR arm of the Mormon Church. They're not really a newspaper. Well, they went out and interviewed the father of one of these young men, and this is what the cult taught him to say. Whatever his name was, I don't want to use it, I can't even remember it, but Jonathan asked his mission president if he could stay longer, that he really enjoyed his mission. And now that he's been killed, his request has been granted because he'll be doing missionary work on the other side. Is that a grieving parent? If I lost one of my kids like he did, I'd be in a hospital for probably 2 or 3 months. And I would be on such heavy, sedated medication, I wouldn't even know who I was. And within a day, he can say, well, he's doing missionary work for his Heavenly Father on the other side of the veil. That's cult. They take away your emotions, they take away your feelings, they take away your common sense, and when garments didn't protect him, the father couldn't say, gee, I have been deceived. I am distraught that my child has been killed. He's not trained that way. He's trained to say, he's doing missionary work on the other side. Well, if you want your kids doing missionary work on the other side, some of them will get that chance if you send them on a Mormon mission. Thanks.